Many people dey think say cassava fit grow for poor ground. Dem still believe say e no need any other nutrient wey oyibo man call am food to grow. E no correct at all. Cassava need plenty food dem wey oyibo man call am nutrient like any other crop wey we know. Cassava get long time to grow like 10 to 15 months. E mean say cassava get plenty time to carry food well well. E no be like maize. For example, cassava no dey grow on top poor ground or soil wey no good. If cassava dey for poor ground, e go dey produce o, but na small e go dey produce. E no be like maize. Cassava need plenty boku nutrient dem. If you come help am provide the nutrient, your cassava go grow better and e go do nyafu nyafu. To provide the nutrient, na fertilizer you go apply to help your cassava. For this video so, we go discuss how you go apply fertilizer to your cassava correctly. We go still explain the method wey you go use do am. Na 6 ways dem we go discuss for this video. Number 1, we go first talk about the importance of how you go fit take care of your land, wey oyibo man call am agronomy practice, before you go begin put fertilizer on top that farmland. The number 2 thing we go talk about na how you go fit choose or select the fertilizer wey good well well. Number 3, we go talk about the amount of fertilizer or proper rate of fertilizer wey you fit apply for your crop. Number 4 thing we go talk about na the benefit on top cost, so that you go know whether e better to begin use fertilizer for your crop. The number 5 thing be say we go teach you the time wey good to apply fertilizer and how you go get correct result on top your fertilizer application for your crop. Number 6 and the last one be say we go discuss ogbonge method dem to apply fertilizer for your crop. Oyibo man call am correct fertilizer application method. Make we start to dey discuss the topic dem one by one. We go start with the first topic wey be importance on top how you go take care of your land. Oyibo call am good agronomy practice. Before you consider say you wan begin invest or put money on top fertilizer, e dey important make you do correct agronomy practice. To apply fertilizer for cassava dey make sense if you follow this correct agronomy practice, and e go make your cassava grow fresh and e go dey healthy. Agronomy practice na the sense wey farmer dey use dey manage their soil and crop make e for do nyafu nyafu. Comot hand for local cassava variety dem. Make you no use dem at all o. Disease dey quick attack dem. Cassava mosaic disease and cassava brown streak na the kind yamayama disease wey dey wunjure local cassava variety dem. Our advice be say make you use high yielding, pest and disease resistant variety dem. If you fit sef, go get your cassava stick wey oyibo man call am cutting from accredited producer, so that you go make sure say e no carry disease at all. After that one, you go prepare your land properly before you go begin plant. To prepare your land very well na to use correct weed control. Another video dey wey we explain the 6 steps wey you go take do clearing and tilling, plus including correct method and technique wey you fit use to control weed and grass. E go good make you watch the video, make you forget plenty information. After you don take care of your land and you don prepare am well well, the next thing na to choose correct and the best fertilizer for your cassava. Cassava need 3 ogbonge nutrient dem: nitrogen, potassium, plus including phosphorus. Na nitrogen dey make cassava grow well well for stem and for leaf, and na nitrogen dey important pass for all the nutrient dem. Potassium dey help develop and grow cassava root, and phosphorus dey help provide energy for the crop to grow. Make we know say all the nutrient dem no be the same time cassava dey need dem o. Nitrogen and phosphorus dey important very early, so that they go help cassava stem and canopy to grow. Na when cassava don dey grow well well for later, na there e go need potassium. That time, cassava root don begin dey bulk. If you want make your cassava grow tear ground yaga yaga, na the fertilizer wey get these 3 nutrient dem you go buy. You fit use compound fertilizer dem like NPK 15-15-15 or NPK 17-17-17. Even sef, you fit combine different fertilizer dem. You fit combine or join diammonium phosphate or DAP to get phosphorus and nitrogen, urea for extra nitrogen, plus including muriate of potash MOP for potassium. Na these two examples we go to talk about for this video, but your local agro dealer wey dey near you fit get fertilizer dem wey dey good for your cassava. So you fit go meet your agro dealer wey you trust well, make him give you more information. Time don reach to talk about how you fit choose correct rate of fertilizer to apply. Na this part hard pass concerning fertilizer to use on top cassava. To get the correct rate of fertilizer to apply on top cassava, it depends on these three things dem. 1. The fertilizer wey your soil or your land get. 2. The time wey you plant your cassava and the cost wey be amount wey you buy the fertilizer and the price wey you go buy the cassava. To choose the correct rate of fertilizer for your cassava, it con depend on your farmland. Farmland or soil wey no too good or wey dey poor, wey get small nutrient go need plenty fertilizer. If your field or your farmland dey fertile well and e dey yield over 20 tons on top 1 hectare land, e no dey advisable to buy fertilizer again sake of say your field fit no yield pass that 20 tons wey you don dey get before. 2. The time wey you take plant your cassava dey very important. If you plant your cassava for proper time on top correct weather, na im be say your cassava go yield well and e go respond to correct fertilizer. Wetin we dey talk about be say e dey good make your cassava receive plenty rain after you don apply fertilizer finish. Na this rainfall go help the nutrient dem to dissolve enter cassava body so that cassava root go follow receive the nutrient wey don dissolve. 3. E con depend on the cassava value and how much wey you buy the fertilizer. If the price of fertilizer no cost too much, e dey good make the price of the cassava yield dey high, make you for fit comot the fertilizer money inside and put the rest money for gain. To buy fertilizer dey make sense if the cassava business get gain inside. Your ex ten sion agent dem get tool and equipment wey go help you determine the cassava rate wey dey proper for your farmland. Dem fit still help you calculate whether e dey profitable make you use fertilizer or the kind fertilizer wey you fit apply. For the next step so, we go give you some example on top how you fit take do cost-benefit analysis. To do cost-benefit analysis, you go need plenty information. The number one thing na to check the type of fertilizer wey dey available from your local agro dealer and how much e be. Number 2, make you think about the market wey you go sell your cassava and make sure say you get customer wey go buy your extra or additional cassava. E go good make you think about how much you go dey sell your cassava. You fit check the price well. The price go fit change. If e change, like how much you go add or remove. You go still ask yourself whether you go fit make money if you sell your cassava for small money. Get am for mind say your cassava price go dey low by the time you begin calculate the gain wey you suppose make. As e be say dem dey harvest and uproot cassava between 10 to 15 months, so you fit delay your cassava harvest as you dey wait for high price to sell am. As you dey wait for high price to sell am, you fit still enter contract agreement with starch factory or cassava processing center make you collect guarantee on top price. That kind agreement dey good because e go help you to decide the kind fertilizer wey you go use for your cassava farm. Make we do simple arithmetic calculation for NPK 15-15-15 fertilizer. Correct application rate for NPK 15-15-15 na 5 bag or 50 kg for 1 bag on top 1 hectare land. This one go help increase the yield by about 8 tons for 1 hectare land. Make we use the figure to calculate how much dem dey sell fertilizer. We go compare am with the value wey you get for yield increase. For example, na im be say you fit buy NPK 15-15-15 for 7,000 naira for 1 bag. Then 5 bag go be 35,000 naira. The next thing na the cassava yield increase. For example, if you sell your cassava for 12,000 naira for 1 ton. Na im be say if the fertilizer come increase yield by 8 tons, you go make additional 96,000 naira. If the cost of fertilizer na 35,000 naira for 1 hectare land, but the total money na 96,000 naira, na im be say you go make extra 61,000 naira. So the business better. But if the fertilizer come dey expensive, maybe 10,000 naira for 1 bag, and your cassava price na like 8,000 naira for 1 ton, e mean say na 14,000 be the extra wey you go make. That one get as e be, because if you look the expenses and suffer on top labor wey you take apply fertilizer for the land, e no be am at all o. Make we do this calculation again. This time, make we use urea, diammonium phosphate and muriate of potash. For 1 hectare land of cassava, you fit use, for example, plenty 350 kg bag of urea, plenty 225 kg bag of diammonium phosphate, and plenty 250,000 kg bag on top muriate of potash. If you do am like so, you fit get yield increase wey reach 15 tons on top 1 hectare land. Make we assume say na 7,000 naira your agro dealer dey sell 50 kg bag of urea. Diammonium phosphate na 7,500 naira for 25 kg bag, and muriate of potash for 12,000 naira for 150 kg bag. Na im be say 3 bag for urea go be 21,000 naira. Diammonium phosphate go be 15,000 naira for 2 bag, and 2 bag of muriate of potash go be 24,000 naira. The total money go be 60,000 naira. As we calculate am so, this simple arithmetic go give you additional yield of 15 tons for 1 hectare land. Assuming say you go sell your cassava for 12,000 naira for 1 ton, you go get additional 180,000 naira cool cash. If you can't remove fertilizer money comot, remember say your fertilizer money na 60,000 naira. Na 120,000 naira profit you go make on top fertilizer application for your cassava crop. If you can't calculate am for mind, whether if you use fertilizer or no fertilizer go bring gain or profit, na that time you go determine the proper amount of fertilizer wey you go need for your farmland. Make we calculate am again. This time, make we use NPK fertilizer 15-15-15 as example. The advice na to use 5 bag of NPK 15-15-15 for 1 hectare land. Na like this you go calculate the measurement of your land. Assuming say your land na 60 by 50 meter, that one will come be area of 3,000 square meter. The application rate on top advice na 5 bag of NPK 15-15-15 for 1 hectare land wey be 100 meter by 100 meter or area of 10,000 square meter. Now, the number of bag na 5. Then we divide them by 10,000 square meter. Then multiply them by 3,000 wey be the total area of your land. And the result na 1.5. Na im be say na about 150 kg bag for your farmland wey be 60 by 50. You fit use the same method to calculate application rate for your farmland. To calculate the application rate for any farmland area, you fit see your local agent or agro dealer for help. That na if you no fit calculate am by yourself. Make we discuss the best and proper timing on top fertilizer application. The best time to apply fertilizer na when the soil or the ground dey very wet. Oyibo call am moist. That na after better rain don fall on top the soil. You fit expect say rain go continue to fall at least 4 weeks after you don apply fertilizer for the land. If you do am so, the fertilizer go melt and e go dissolve for cassava body. Cassava root sef go enjoy am. Remember say cassava plant dey take 10 to 15 months before you go begin harvest am. Cassava dey take food wey oyibo man call am nutrient for very long time than other crop dem like maize. If you wan get correct result, the advice be say make you spread the fertilizer application, make e reach the first 3 to 4 months as the cassava dey grow, so far say the soil still dey very wet. Make you no apply all the nutrients for the same time o. water fit wash some away. E go good make you also think about the condition of rain as e dey fall. For example, if you see say rain dey fall every time and e dey reliable, if you be dey plan to apply 4 bag of NPK 15-15-15, you fit spread am like this. Apply 1 as you dey plant. After 1 month, apply another 1 bag. After 2 months, apply 1 bag again. The last bag wey be number 4 bag, you go apply am 3 months after you don plant your cassava. If you come dey for area wey rain no dey reliable, na after better rain fall, na you go use fertilizer, and you go come use your experience calculate how many times rain dey fall. If na like every 4 months rain dey fall after you plant your cassava, make you share your fertilizer into 4 portions. You go dey apply 1 every month. If you come see say na like every 3 months the rain dey come, na 3 portions you go share the fertilizer be that. You go use 1 every month. Make you know say after fertilizer application, e go dey very important and necessary make your cassava see rain so that the fertilizer go dissolve enter cassava body. If na different fertilizer you dey use after you plant finish, make you use the one wey dey high for phosphorus like the ammonium phosphate. The advice be say make you spread nitrogen and potassium fertilizer as rain condition be during the first 3 to 4 months after you don plant cassava finish. Make we come discuss the correct way to apply fertilizer for cassava. To apply am, make small gutter wey be about 15 to 20 cm from the cassava dem. Make e be like 5 cm to 2 inch deep. Spread the fertilizer for the gutter, cover am with sand. As you cover am with sand so, na to make sure say the fertilizer dissolve all the nutrients so that the cassava root go take am shine and e go enjoy am. To share the fertilizer equal to all the cassava plant require experience, no be wetin person dey do anyhow. Wetin you go do first na to divide the fertilizer equal part for the cassava roll or line wey dey your farmland. For example, if na 5 bag of fertilizer you wan apply and your farm get 50 cassava roll, then 1 bag of fertilizer go be for 10 roll, and 1 roll for the farm go receive 5 kg of fertilizer. You go measure the 5 kg fertilizer, you go put am for bucket, and you go begin apply the fertilizer to the cassava plant for the first roll wey dem dey. But you go dey very careful make you no apply too much. Make sure say some fertilizer remain. So as you dey reach the end for the line, enter the same line again and apply the remaining fertilizer. Repeat the process as you do am before. This time, na the second roll you dey. But try to dey close now as you don share the fertilizer for the cassava. As you don share the cassava, make e for dey equal. Make you still dey very careful so that some fertilizer go remain as you reach the end for the line. By the time you begin do am like this plenty time, you go come understand how to apply fertilizer for one cassava plant wey dey your farmland. Another method to do am na to use crown bottle cap to measure the fertilizer wey the cassava need. If you dey plant your cassava on top the density wey we advise, wey be 12,500 plants per hectare land, then application rate of 1 bag for hectare na like the same with 1 full crown bottle cap for 1 cassava plant. Make we gather wetin we don learn so far. Number 1, cassava dey respond well to fertilizer, but that na when you fit get correct fertilizer type for cheap price and e dey yield increase. Na im be say e dey good for business. We talk say cassava dey need fertilizer wey get nitrogen, potassium and phosphorus. You fit see your agro dealer to know the correct fertilizer product to buy. How to measure fertilizer wey be application rate dey very important, and you need to calculate am very careful so that e go bring profit or gain. You fit still see your agro dealer or extension agent to help you calculate the correct application rate. Timing for fertilizer application dey very important. The normal thing na to spread fertilizer equal throughout all the first 3 to 4 months after you plant finish. This one can depend on how the rain condition be. The proper way to apply fertilizer na to apply am round the cassava plant for small gutter, and you go cover am with sand. Na experience you go take make sure say you share the fertilizer equal for the cassava plant dem. Remember say to use fertilizer make sense when you don prepare your land on top correct agronomy practice. Na im be say na disease-resistant cassava variety dem dey good for you, and you go do good land preparation plus including correct weed and grass control. We thank you as you don watch this video. We hope say una enjoy am. If una need more information, we get some resource material wey go help you.